my channel. I'm so happy to be back, you guys. You guys have been on my mind for so long. I've carried like so much guilt and pressuring myself to just hurry up and do a video, all these things that I've wanted to do, but it's almost like you guys have been on my mind longer than it's probably going to take me to film this video. If I could get paid to procrastinate, I would be so rich. If you're new here, my name is Ebony. My channel is called Becoming Bianca because that is my middle name. I love my middle name, and I have been on a glow up journey for over a year now already. My life has changed, my mentality has changed, and most recently I've been able to even change my external appearance by night and day. So today is kind of like this getting back in gear, getting back into posting on a regular basis so that I can be active on this community. YouTube is where I've started back in June of last year. It's where I have come here to give my weight loss journey as a way to like document it and be accountable, and it has turned into something so much more than that. I have met so many awesome women on here who are either on the same journey, want to start, are at the tail end of their goals, and it has been a very positive experience. So thank you so much for your patience with me. Just real quick, I have been completely distracted, overwhelmed. My youngest got pneumonia at the end of December, and then a couple weeks ago, my oldest son, I have 2 kids, got pneumonia as well. And so the old me would have still tried to do everything, still post, still stay on top of pressuring myself to work out and pressuring myself to not eat a certain way or to eat a certain way. The new me has let it go. Now that I'm saying this, I'm actually pretty proud of myself that in the chaos of 2 children having pneumonia, 2 trips to the ER, 2 trips to urgent care, between the 2 of them, 4 rounds of antibiotics, in between all of that, I was as lazy as possible. And I mean that in the best way. Lazy has a negative connotation, but my priority was to tend to my children and keep my stress level extremely low. So I did not post on YouTube. I was learning other things about online presence. I was posting on platforms that are a lot less pressure, like Threads. But Instagram, I even at one point shut down my Instagram to just clear everything off the table, clear everything off my mind. But I'm so happy to be back in a more regular routine. It's already February 5th, and you can see how time flies, just flies. Okay, so to get to the point, my last update on YouTube was on December 19th. So about 6 weeks ago. 6 weeks goes by so fast. At that time, I was giving my 6-month weight loss update. That one I did, even though there was a lot going on at that point in December, also, I did want to just get that 6-month milestone in the books on YouTube. It just feels really good. It was a 30-week update. And at that time, for 30-week update, I was 168, looking back at my records. Hopefully that's what I said in my video at the time too. So just as a recap, 30 weeks update was the last one I did on YouTube. I was 168 at that time. So I cannot believe, you guys, that it is week 37. Like in 3 months, I'm gonna be a whole year into this weight loss with Tirzepatide journey. Almost a whole year. So we are done with week 37. Week 37 is over, and I had a low weigh-in in week 37 of 161.8. So 161.8, so down 7 pounds from 7 weeks ago when I did my last update, which was the 30-week update. 161.8, like I am 1.8 pounds, if you want to be super precise, away from my goal weight. Now, caveat, from my last update till now, I have pretty much fluctuated between 162 and 165. I did not weigh today. I'm probably 163. So I have been fluctuating in that range for several weeks now. And during that time, so it was back in November that I had run out of Tirzepatide. I went 6 weeks, so all of November plus 2 weeks in December without Tirzepatide. I had a backup vial of semaglutide, and that was when I did that semaglutide versus Tirzepatide video. It was in that update. And my experience with semaglutide is, I know it worked for a lot of people. I probably didn't get enough time in using it, and I probably did not do the correct dose. That's the disclaimer. But my first impression was, I can see why someone might have slower results on it, because I still was thinking about food all the time. I just didn't feel good. I felt like queasy. So mid-December, I got my new 8-week packet from Lavender Sky Health, and the pharmacy is Hallandale. And I got back on it, and it felt so good. It felt so good to be in control. And because I've been so busy and distracted with other things, it's still on my to-do list to really dive deep into the science and research of tirzepatide. I know enough to know that I'm very happy with it. I love the results, and I know how it works in a certain way. But at the same time, I'm noticing things that it's more than appetite suppression. It is like mental and emotional control. There is an element of happiness that I have more of when I'm on it. And the element of control and satisfaction and contentment that starts in the brain has translated into things even such as like impulsive buying, alcohol cravings. It has reduced that dramatically. And so, as I've probably said before, but if you're new here, I'll just say it again, I have no plans of coming off tirzepatide. I do not have any side effects that are a big enough deal to me to think twice about taking this for an extended period of time. So there you go, that's the recap. 37 weeks on tirzepatide, down 46 pounds. Okay, I started at 207. I am now generally in the low 160s. I always imagined, I wanted it so bad to be 160 something, which is where I spent most of my like late teen and adult life, was between 155 and 165. And I'm 5'5" for reference. And to want it so bad, but also have that nagging feeling in the back of your mind that, girl, you're probably never gonna get there. Especially because you're getting old, you know, all the baloney they tell us, you're getting older, and once you get in your 30s or your 40s and things go downhill and you're not as energetic, and that has not proven to be true for me at all. I have more energy, I'm more flexible, I have more stamina. I can run with my kids. I'm not a runner. I do not train on the treadmill. I do not go on daily intensive walks. And the fact that I can chase my 9-year-old and almost be as fast as him or outbeat him, simply because my body is not carrying the extra weight, is so encouraging. And I say that to anyone who is trying to lose weight. You know, it's sidebar. It's like a mental and emotional block to simultaneously want to lose weight and look better, and then also be feeling like, oh, well, it's vain. It is not vain. It is your health. It's your physical health. It's your mental health. I saw a video my sister had sent me, and this woman who was going on a walk and decided to talk at the same time, she put it so much better than I ever could put it. It is your whole life. And I think in this country, I am going to be, I don't know, this might offend some people. We have gotten desensitized to severe health problems and obesity. This is not fat shaming. This is not thinking that you're only beautiful if you're skinny. That it is not that. You can be rail thin and not be healthy, but there has to be a balance. And it feels so good to be getting back into a more balanced mindset. It's not about never having a cookie. It's not about having love handles. You know, I still could probably stand to lose a little bit more weight. It is about fitting into clothes. It is about not being out of breath. It is about getting good sleep. It is about being able to walk into a store and almost anything off the rack looking good on you. It's so many things. So I just wanted to express that from my heart, along with my new statistics. So now that I've pretty much reached my goal weight, I want to say there is a warning. There is a warning to wanting something so badly and finally achieving it and not being satisfied. You have to be careful. And really, it's not just weight loss. It's with anything in life. You know, we might have financial goals. We might have materialistic goals as far as where we want to live, what type of home we want to have, clothes we want to have, the type of friends that we want to have. And you can achieve that and still not be satisfied. So it's a slippery slope. My advice, and it's advice I'm trying to take myself, is to be very clear on, I know it's cliche, you hear it all the time, even if you're just trying to start a business. They're like, Get really clear on your why. What is your why? But you do. I don't know. I can't think of any other way to express it. You have to really know yourself and be committed to continuing to work on yourself. There is no destination. When they say enjoy the journey, I finally get it now, because day in and day out, we are going to continue to make choices and wake up every day to choose ourselves, to love ourselves, to choose to not regress entirely. There's days where it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That is fine. But if you look at the big picture and you are in general going in the direction that you want to go, you are winning. Start today. Forget about the past. The time is going to pass anyway. So you may as well every day, even if it's a 0.5% better, be doing something that is going to eventually get you to a better place. I won't even say to your goal, because there is no end goal. You know, now that I have reached this weight, there's other metrics for me to be obsessed about. Like, for example, one thing also to keep in mind is I share my weight, not as comparison, but a lot of us have very varied body types in the way that we carry our weight. So sometimes it feels very good to see someone that is like you. I am not trying to look like someone else. I am trying to look like the best version of me. So I will tell you, I am 5'5". I am in the low 160s, but I'm a size 6. I'm a size 6 jeans. That is pretty much the smallest I want to be in terms of clothing sizes. I do want to lose more body fat because of where I carry my fat. My arms are still pretty big, and I carry a lot of weight still through my abdomen. So that's why I want to lose more weight, possibly, maybe 10 to 15 pounds, no lower than 145. At the end of February, I will be getting my next DEXA scan so I can see where I'm at. I have not had a DEXA scan in 2 or 3 months, so it'll be really interesting to see how much muscle I might have lost, where I'm at in terms of body fat percentage. So yes, the scale, it would be nice for it to go down just a little bit more. I'm not trying to get into like a size 2. I don't want that size to go down. It's just at this point, I would like to shape myself. And that's the beauty of lifting weights. That's where exercise comes in. When I heard someone say exercise is not to lose weight, I was like, I'm so confused. And that's the whole diet culture, keeps us confused. Do I do low carb? Do I do low calorie? Blah, 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 blah. Do I work out? Do I not work out? Do I do cardio? Do I lift weights? We have to get very, very clear on what we want, very, very simple in how to get there. Pick it, stick with it. If it's not working with you, pivot. But at the same time, you've got to block out that noise. So I did not exercise to lose weight. Controlling how much sleep I got, controlling my stress levels as much as possible, controlling what I ate and when has gotten me to where I'm at. And it's been because of Tirzepatide that I am not obsessed about food, that I'm not eating beyond the point of satisfaction anymore. I think me and a lot of other people can say it's almost like we were the perfect candidate for this therapy. It's a therapy, it's not a drug, it's a peptide, it's something that your body should already be doing. And this clip I saw of Oprah, she also put it very perfectly. She's like, it took me to realize that it's not that people who have not struggled with their weight have more control, it's that they're not even thinking about eating. And the joy in being able to experience that, I can't even express. And it may be hard for someone else to understand, but unless you have struggled with wanting to eat all the time, because you're hungry, because you're sad, because you're happy, because you're celebrating, because you're depressed, because you're anxious, every reason to calm yourself, the solution, not the solution, but the first thing you think about is food. For me, typically sweets. To go from that to going about your day and only wanting to eat most of the time, it's not perfect, but most of the time only wanting to eat because you're hungry, it has been the best blessing for me. So that's my little preach about Tirzepatide. This is my 37-week update, over 40 pounds lost. I'm a size 6. My highest I've been was a size 18 soon after having my first child. Before starting Tirzepatide, I probably was a true 14. Sure, I could squeeze into a size 10, 12, but super stretchy jeans just do not count. So structured clothing, I am now a size 6 without any stretch to the clothing. And yeah, that's pretty awesome, okay? So that's all, ladies. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you have enjoyed this and have some takeaways for when you go into this next week, energized to crush whatever next steps it is that you want to take in becoming you and who you want to be. And if you have no energy, take a rest, babe, because rest is productive too. Mwah.